Hitting the buzzer beater or something. Championship game. Dream team. Feeling better than I ever been. Cairo in his bag, this beat is heaven sent. Back up in my element. New whip, trunk up in the front, I whip an elephant. It's all limo tent, that's how you move when you the president. You asking off stream, treat him like my last name. Disrespecting, you just signed a check for a long day. Appetizer rappers, you will never be an entree. Really, you a condiment. And I hope y'all follow this. Crazy how people with the most money lack the common sense. Batman over Gotham, how I'm over shit. Running this game, now they finally noticing. Hear us on TV like, damn, yup, I know that's them. Just had to pay the dues. Now I feel like we could never lose. But it's us against the world. Now we finally got the tools. Watch a few years later, turn a puddle to a pool. We just gotta keep it hot to keep the family living cool. All we do is win like a size dad. I just bought my mom a Louis V bag. I just took little bro to BB Simons.
What is up, everybody, man? We are back, the Coach Terrell Buckley Show, and we are live this time, man. Wanted to get live, answer your guys' questions, of course. Co-hosted with my guy, Coach Leroy, Frederick, and the star of the show himself, Thorpe Award winner, 50-plus interceptions in the NFL. He can't hear me right now, but I hope y'all can. Coach Fred, you good?
I'm good.
Okay. So we'll get Coach Buckley's everything back, but obviously Mississippi Valley State, Coach Terrell Buckley. Could you, Fred, will you text him and tell him to drop in, drop out? Because I know you can hear me.
There you go.
Okay.
You back? This is what you get when you get live shows, baby.
Hey, exactly. This is why usually we pre-record, but like I was saying, star of the show, Mississippi Valley State head coach Terrell Buckley.
I don't know why. Let me see. I cannot hear.
Oh, he still can't hear.
I'm about to tell him.
Okay.
I can't hear nothing. Is the thing just went up? The beats?
Let's see.
I just
heard the beats.
Because we can hear him.
Yeah.
Yes, they on there talking. Front camera, back dude, back.
Hey, we gotta add to his intro. I don't know how we would word that, but
maybe I just need to take these things off.
Lack thereof, tech. I don't know how we word that, but you know what I'm saying, B. But we good.
Hey,
that's the boss, man.
Yeah. But
still can't. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
While we wait for Coach T-Buck to get that together, give me your thoughts on fall camp, man. Wrapped up now. You guys
I'm gonna start
straight ahead toward Nicholls.
Yes. Man, it was I think it was a good camp. We got better as we went on both sides of the ball. Special teams, we worked at really, really hard this last week. Just finding the right pieces, the right fit for all that. And, we actually survived it. And what I mean by survived it, we didn't have a lot of hospital visits going on with this heat and dehydration, man. The kids did an excellent job of staying hydrated, staying in the moment, and just making sure they were available. As you know how it goes, be the best availability.
Yep.
Yes.
We in that? Yeah. So
yes.
the best ability is what? Availability, right on time. And our kids took that, at the beginning of camp, they were, told to hydrate. That's the only way we're going to make it through this thing and whole. And they did that, So when you don't have the ambulance pulling up, or a lot of kids laid off in the training room, dehydrated and things like that, I think that's a win. And then put on top of that, they're stacking days. And, I can honestly say from when we first started to when we broke camp Saturday, you could see a vast improvement in the team overall. Now, coach will be able to tell you where they were at this point last year compared to this point. But, for what I know, these 3 weeks, man, the kids really, of course you have your down days where they hit that little wall. And then they got this little saying where coach would tell them, hey, now it's going to cost you. And everybody get back right. And we had more up days than down days. And when you have more ups than downs, you have no other choice but to be a better team. And I think we came out of camp better than we actually started.
I think both of y'all can speak to this. I think everyone looks at, championship teams and good teams, coach, and thinks they all have good days. And I think all of us have played the game before, and we think of all the good teams we've been on. I can always point to that, like that one practice in the summer or fall camp where we got it handed to us. And it was like a learning experience where, the practices, guys, where y'all go back to the locker room and you're like, guys, we can't go out there and do that again. I ain't going through that again. Like those are the moments. But Coach T-Buck, we finally got you back. Well,
yes.
Fred just spoke about it. What do you feel like you learned most about this year's squad throughout fall camp?
Well, just like we losing this call here, that being able to make those adjustments when things are not going right, and keeping our poise. I think they showed that. And this past Saturday in a scrimmage, it was back and forth between not only offense and defense, but the special teams. And that's what you want to see. No, not one side dominated one, and it has some growing pains. We still have a lot of work to do, but I think overall showing the poise and the fight and the grit. We talk about bringing the heat. We brought a little heat this summer, and I feel like they responded in a positive way.
Where do you think this year's team is? Where do you think this year's team is compared to last year's team when you guys exited fall camp a year ago? How much have they grown since then?
They've grown a lot because obviously I'm not new, and we don't have a bunch of new players, or as many as we had last year. We have just enough that they understand what the standard is, and that helps. So I would say we are much further along. With a lot of work, with a long ways to go too, which is also exciting. You're getting better, but you still like, man, we still have to put in this work to get where we need to be.
It's easy, and you see this a lot sometimes with head coaches. They don't want to give out too much, man, but you have this coaches show. We've talked about you wanted to be open with the people. Every coach, regardless of what they tell you publicly, has at least one concern about the team going into the year. What's your biggest concern or thing that you want to see fixed over these next 10 days before this team suits up and heads to Nicholls?
I think the mindset, that's the biggest thing. I think we haven't had a lot of success is the mindset, knowing no matter what, like the other thing we use is find a way, no excuses. You look back in the fourth quarter when 2 minutes left in the game, what are you going to do? 4 minutes left. Instead of saying, man, we was there. It's like, what is going to be the mindset of this team? So that's one of the things in the back of my mind is the mindset and not coming up with those negative thoughts in crucial situations.
Coach Fred, jump in here, man, before we have some special guests join us later in the show.
So as we move along through camp, we're out of it. We basically still have, after today, we're down to 9 days.
Yes.
What is, and you've coached in the pros, the XFL. You've had a year as a head coach under your belt, heading into year 2. Leaving the preseason from the XFL, leaving the preseason from college, how much difference is that for you in your preparation for the XFL team, the college team, even because it's still football, but what's the biggest difference that you can point to when you compare those two transitions?
Well, you mentioned it. One is a professional. We don't have to worry about school. You didn't have to worry about the first day. You didn't have to worry about cafeteria, what do you dress. So there's a huge difference in what what you have to be concerned with off the field. You know, in college, here come all the girls, here come all the people back on campus. So now that focus, like we had in church, we was in church yesterday, and the pastor was talking about difference between being here and present. Well, in training camp, they're present because we're the only game in town. Now we have some other distractions that might come along. So that to me is the biggest difference between pros and being in college and being in the second year. This is where the experience matters. And I always tell guys, you can't beat experience. You can't beat being in this position for a few years because you know things now. Instead of waiting for stuff to happen, you can anticipate it and cut it off before it happens. That's what's exciting about for me going into the second year, that now I can anticipate some of the things and cut them off before it happens. But the biggest difference between pros and college, I think, is the distraction that are on campus.
Coach Terrell, Coach Terrell, let me jump in here real quick because our first special guest just hopped in the bag, man. So let's bring him up.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, listen, we all talked about it, man. Should have been preseason all SWAC quarterback, the man himself, Josh Brown. Josh, man, we really, really appreciate you joining the show today, my man. The first question here that we have to ask is, and it's going to be a question for every player we have on here. The fans, myself, need some insight about Coach T-Buck and Coach Fred, what those guys are like in the locker room and on the practice fields.
So I just want to say thank you for the opportunity of coming on the show. These guys are great coaches, man. Coach Buckley does a great job just motivating the team, keeping everybody level-headed, making sure everyone's following our standard, find a way, no excuses, and bringing the heat each and every single day, and just keeping reminding guys of the end goal that we have as a team. And Coach Fred also does a great job with the running backs, just emphasizing his input in the backfield, making sure those guys are ready each and every day, and just bringing that energy that we need as far as, you know what I'm saying, as a team. So they both do a great job.
I mean, this is your second year now leading the offense, man. Where do you feel like in your game you've taken the biggest step forward from last year to this year?
The biggest step forward, I would say, is just knowing how to read a defense and responding to anything the defense gives to me. Just being a ultimate leader in the locker room, on the field, and just emphasizing that we can overcome any adversity thrown our way. So that's what I feel like is our biggest improvement. Working on my eyes and my feet, continuing to improve on my footwork are the biggest things I feel like I made improvements on from last year.
Before I hold the interview, Coach Fred, Coach T-Buck, man, you guys can jump in here.
Yes. Let me ask you something. What do you feel about the offense, and are you very excited about that with the changes that we've made? How is that going to benefit you?
I'm very excited about the offense this season. The changes that we made from the get-go with making Coach Sims the OC and making Coach KP the quarterback coach just gave me all the more energy to be even more excited into what we're doing. They do a great job as far as a structure standpoint to, execute a spread offense and exploit each and every part of the field. And it's very, very quarterback friendly. And I'm very excited to show what we've been working on, show the world the things that we've been working towards as being a complete offense. And I'm just very excited to continue to get better each and every day. So.
Okay, that's good. Good answer. Good answer. All right, Coach Fred, you got it.
Now you don't have to be so political right here, JB. You can let your hair down with this answer now. Well, with this, I need you to give me and everybody on your best Coach Buckley imitation. Go.
My best Coach Buckley imitation. All right, now get out the bag. Get out the bag. You don't go to class, it's gonna coach you. You don't get in the high school, it's gonna coach you. Spread on the field.
Hey, last one before I let you go, man. Last one before I get you in trouble. You know Coach Buck. You know he's should have been a first ballot Hall of Fame cornerback. That's coming around the corner. You know Coach Buck. You see him run off the field every day. If Coach Buck had to play another position on the football field, what position would get him benched immediately?
Benched immediately.
Not one. O-line, maybe.
I've seen him throw,
Josh.
Josh. I'm trying to lead you, Josh. I've seen him throw. You've seen him throw too. Now I'm trying to lead you here. I'm trying to get an easy way out.
Nah, yeah, definitely quarterback. I ain't gonna lie, definitely
No,
quarterback.
sir.
I think that he can throw the ball with the swings and the slants, but it's a lot more to it than just it's a lot more to it.
Listen, self-giving. They didn't call me Baby Dan for nothing, even though it was self-giving. Baby Dan Marino for nothing.
Okay,
you know what Dan Marino can do.
Man.
But Josh, one more question before you leave. What are your expectations of the season? Then we're gonna let you get out of here.
My expectations for the season are to have a full plan, a whole plan as an offense, making sure that I have a plan each and every single play. Whatever the defense throws at me, just making sure I'm prepared for each and every situation that's presented my way. Expectations is to go out there and compete for 4 quarters, making sure everyone's on the same page no matter what's going on around me. And I would also say just things like improving on my percentages, my passing percentages from last year, trying to get in the high 60s, low 70s range, and just being able to be that guy that everyone rely on to make a play. You know what I'm saying? Being a playmaker in the offense.
And I would say, adding to it, I know you're alluding to that, when your completion percentage goes up and you are who you are, fundamentally sound, moving the feet, taking what the defense gives you, that makes the whole team better. Not just the offense, but being able to showcase your skills, what the good Lord done bless you with, being able to not only, I don't really call you a runner, you scramble and then you run, but also showing out that strong arm, man, and showing that holistic, the complete player, the complete quarterback that you are. I think is going to be wonderful for the entire organization, not just you. So thank you, man. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. We'll see you bright and early.
Yes,
tomorrow.
sir, bright and early.
Hey, and it's going to cost you. You kept going, it was going to cost you.
I appreciate y'all.
All right, man.
Appreciate you.
Well, that was Josh Brown, starting quarterback of Mississippi Valley State. And Coach, to kind of build off what we just talked about with Josh, someone even asked in the chat, how different is the offense going to look going into the season? There's a bunch of new coaches on the offensive side of the ball. JB just talked about the new play call. Like, how different is this Valley offense going to look compared to what we saw last year?
Tell them to tune in next Thursday night, 6 p.m. Central, and you will see.
Week 0.
That's fair.
I don't know. I don't know what we're going to be doing. Just check it in, and you'll find out.
I like the answer. Well, Coach Fred, I know you were in the middle of asking a question, man, so jump back in here.
No. Just, we were talking about the difference between the XFL, college for him. Now that we're in the year 2, we spent the day in the den. He's going through all the travel itineraries. He's lining up the times. He's getting everything laid out. Was this easy the first year after college is over for you to do? Because I know in the NFL, XFL, you have a whole department that takes care of that. But this time around, I'm assuming it's gotten a little easier. But that first year, how tough was that for you to get into that?
Well, it was very tough because you have to deal with class schedules. Again, everything goes back to the classes. And you have to still be able to get your weights in. And you have a limited amount of time you can practice. Versus in the XFL, we didn't have any of that. So just getting all that organized and getting to the point and thinking about, well, last year we had 120 players. Now we got 105. So, but you still have a bunch of people that you have to match. And so this practice time might fit 85% of the players. What are you going to do with the other 15%? So it's one of those you have to sit down and really give it a thought on how you're going to structure practice, but what time. That I think that was very tough last year. It's a lot easier this year.
And the magnitude, I shouldn't say magnitude, the scale. XFL, you had a roster of 55.
53 was like an NFL roster.
53. You started with the 70 and worked your way down.
Actually, first year they let us get up to 90. It was I want to say it was we took some extra guys in. I want to say it was in the 80s.
And worked down to 53.
Yes.
Okay, worked down to 53. Okay, so the getting your roster set for the conference play was really nothing new for you. You were able to do that with the numbers, and I know you said by the end of the year it took care of itself. But just from your time in college football to now being your time and as a head coach in college football, and I say it all the time, how much has the game drastically changed as a whole that you could actually just see and point to, aside taking the NIL part of it out?
From when I played, it's dramatically. But me leaving, I mean, I've only been gone a few years from the University of Mississippi, so it wasn't that big of a difference. The biggest difference is being a head coach. So now I don't have to walk. I don't have to walk in Lane Kiffin office and ask him a question or something. I can ask the question and answer it in my office. That's the biggest difference, to be honest with you.
Yeah, somebody walking in your office.
Yes.
Well, let me jump in here again. We got our second special guest of the show, Mississippi Valley State defensive back Jamari Stokes. Jamari, man, I really appreciate you joining the show, man. Again, but we said it when JB was on here. The first question is going to be of this: we need some insight on Coach Fred and Coach T-Buck, how these guys are in the locker room and on the field, especially with you working so closely with our guy, Coach Terrell Buckley here.
Well, we living up to expectation. Like he played the game, so how he run the program is how the NFL ran their program. So everything is just strict, hand to hand, yeah. Very attention to detail.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
That's right.
Loosen up.
Loosen up. Tell them how it is. I would say this, Stokes. Let me ask you this: how do you feel about your performance this camp, and are you ready to make that next step?
Oh yes, sir. I feel like I say, he's very hand to hand. So in the spring, we just paid very attention to detail and just alignment and assignment and just getting on that board and drawing everything up. We ain't gonna always get the call, so just being a real coach out there and a quarterback of the defense. As I would say, just saying everything, what formations can work with what, without being what coach was, what can we run, and we can all check it.
So it sounds like just educational. That you've
Educational.
grown. Your football IQ has increased, and all those things that's going to prepare you to be able to make adjustments when offenses start to go fast. Yeah. You're going to have something. You're going to have an answer for it.
Always.
Okay.
Coach Fred?
Loosen up, Florida boy. Here we go now. You told me you was ready for this when you walked in the office. So when you went to media day, man, how exciting was that for you to be able to be there at media day?
Oh no, it was very exciting. It was very exciting. Like I told everybody asked me the same question how I felt. It felt very good. felt like a big stage. I felt like a main character. Felt like I was doing something. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I felt very,
Hey,
like I was, you know what I'm saying? I felt like,
so yeah, and with that, now I'm going somewhere with that because me and you and JB, we were there holding our breath. We had our fingers crossed that Coach Buck wasn't going to come down there with that 7-button jacket, right?
yeah.
So when he came down there, he was actually like clean. Who looked better, you, JB, or Coach Buck? Who's dressed the best?
Oh, me for sure. Coach Buck ain't gonna he ain't gonna give my flowers, but you know, the award goes to me.
Hey,
Hey,
he was clean. He was clean. I give you and Josh did a great job of matching and putting that together.
Oh
And
yeah.
you represented not only yourself, your family, and the program the right way. That's how you're supposed to do it. So I was
they
proud of you
did.
guys, how you looking and what you had going on.
They did. They were coordinated just right. They were on time. They actually had on hard bottom shoes. I was impressed. They didn't
Mm-hmm.
have on the shoes with all the spikes and glitter. I was like, okay, we might be on to something here. And they wasn't high waters, B. They were actually, they would say they were fit. It's a nice little look.
Okay.
Uh, Before you get out of here, Stokes, because you in the secondary and
Mm-hmm.
you hear it all the time, the people want your best Coach Buck imitation. Give it to me. Go.
I ain't got my hat on, so I can't really do what I want to do. But imitation, I'm gonna show y'all his stands, like how he wanna stand. He played corner. This ain't new generation, it's old generation. So he want us, he want us, he want us, we ain't not nothing.
Hey
New
man,
generation.
that's called going over them hurdles and getting them hips loose and getting ready to, you know what, getting ready to bump and run and not run and reach. That's
Rich.
the whole thing. So that's the thing.
Hey, I'll take that, Stokes. I'll take that, baby. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
The,
Yes,
the, the
sir.
last question, the last question before we let you get out of here. Obviously, man, you took on a big role as a young player for Valley. How much more comfortable do you feel right now going into this season compared to a year ago when you stepped on campus?
Oh yes, sir. Like I said, he was very hand to hand. So now I make every check. I'm making a check. I feel very comfortable knowing that I know what to do, and the people around me also know what to do. Like last year, I was very quiet. I'm a very young guy, not knowing. I'm scared to make mistakes. Now it's just I know what to do, and you know what I'm saying. I'm very excited for the season.
Now, the last thing, this is actually the last thing we're gonna get you out of here. How many picks we going for this year, man? Let's see. Our guy sitting right on the screen next to you had what 50 coach 50 plus in the NFL. How
50
many picks we
plus,
going for?
who's counting?
Me, I'm going for double digits. I'm going for double
Okay,
digits. I got to make
okay.
a real. This is a real statement. Real statement.
And
So
and
you're
you
gonna
know
be
what?
in the
I would add to this. If I would tell you this, if he's disciplined
Yeah.
enough, that's what I keep telling guys. If you're disciplined, he has the ability to be in the right position a bunch of times. The discipline part will allow him to make plays. Now he has ability to get a bunch of picks, but the key is being disciplined in the coverages that will allow him to put himself in those positions. But he
Mm-hmm.
knows this. Should have been all swag player last year. Comes back to camp. Like I told him, if I see the potential, you think I was hard on you last year, it's gonna be worse this year. And I don't know if he feels that way, but I'm on him all the time.
so
Mm.
All the
when you go to get those double digit picks, now you're gonna be in the old school stance or the new school stance.
I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna mix it up sometime. Even if I'm in a new school stand, I catch a pick, I'm gonna still get yelled at for being not in the old school stand. So I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna mix it up.
I love it, man. Well, Jamari, man, we really appreciate you joining the show, man. Listen, man, congrats on a great first season, man. We're really looking forward to seeing what you put on the field this year. And we'll have you on the show afterwards. Man, we're going to count them picks, man, and talk a little bit. And I know this guy down here, the star of the show, Coach Terrell Buckley, is going to keep it honest, man. I know he's excited for you. He spoke about you a lot on this show, man. But again, we appreciate you joining us.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Appreciate
man.
you.
See you in the morning. Come ready for the morning.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
That was
Well,
good. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm excited we got to talk to them. But Coach T-Buck, I'm gonna toss it to you, man. Like, how much, in your opinion, has the secondary grown? We just heard Jamari talk about how much more comfortable he feels. Do you feel like this year's secondary is going to be improved from what we saw last year?
Well, I'm coaching the secondary, so one thing for sure, we're going to be fundamentally sound. We're going to understand ball, and it's going to be up to them to what I call have ice in their veins, have guts. They're going to be put in position to make plays, and the opportunity is going to be there. Are they going to take advantage of it? So they're going to be well prepared, ready to go. We're going to know what we're doing. And that's all you can, for me, my job is to make sure they understand what we're doing, how we're doing, and why we're doing it. And make sure you're in valley shape, which is the best shape in the world. And now at the end, I cannot open the door for you. I get you to the door. I can't open it. You got to open it and then go through it. So it's going to be a combination of the entire defense, not just the back end from the front, affecting that quarterback that's going to allow the guys in the back end to make plays.
Before we shift into week 0, Coach, to kind of sum up this fall camp, man, give us a letter grade, man. What would you give Mississippi Valley State coming out of fall camp right now?
We have improved all over the field. That letter grade, I mean, that really can't until we play against somebody. I mean, you really don't know. You think you've improved, you think you've done all these things, and then you run out there and you're like, wow, I knew we had some work to do, but wow, man, we got a lot of work to do. Now, I want to be on the other end saying, man, boy, yes, we've shown what I've seen from the spring to the summer. We're showing that now. So all that hard work we put in, all that other stuff is now really, really showing from the evaluation part of recruiting until the coaches, the new coaches, and now all this wisdom and knowledge being put together for the greater good. And now the good guys, Valley, finally is reaping some of those benefits. So I'll let you know a little bit after the first game on really what's happening, because you got to remember this too. There's a lot of all airport players, a lot of all short players, and a lot of practice players that are great. Man, when them lights come on, they do stuff that you like. There's no way you can do that because we've never seen that. Like, what is that? So we're gonna hold judgment till them lights come on and go off.
Because what's an all airport player?
Well, you see that guy walking through the whole airport, and you're like, wow. Just think about basketball, you know.
Okay.
Like, man, look at that. He's 6'8", 235. Like, man, he is unbelievable. Then you go watch him play, and he on the bench, he on the back. He like the 15th player. Here come the little 5'9", 10 point guard that's wearing him out. Jalen Brunson,
Okay.
you know, so don't play, basically. Just look good.
I had never heard the airport player. I like that.
I've heard like the first off the bus players, like the ones you just put in the front of the line coming off the bus, but they never play. I've heard that before. I'm with Coach Fred. I've never heard the airport one. That is a good one. But Coach Fred, before I let you jump in here, man, we do have a question from the chat. Shout out to Glenn.
Yeah.
He wants to know what's the offensive line looking like? He said he knows you wanted to get bigger on the O-line. Who are some of those guys, and how do you feel about that unit right now?
Feel really good. We've gotten bigger, and I think Coach Sutton is doing an excellent job with the O-line. We really tested them this fall camp. I'm excited about them. They are growing as a unit, and like I told you last week, we have a few. All of them have done a great job, but everything starts with the center. If we can't get the ball to the quarterback, it doesn't matter. and Walker Thompson is doing a great job for us. So I'm excited about everybody on our O-line. But I'm telling you, in this center, Walker Thompson is doing a great job of getting the ball to the quarterback and letting Josh work his magic.
Go ahead, Coach Fred.
And to Coach Terrell, what he's saying, man, they've gotten a really good chemistry going up front. With Coach Sutton mixing, matching pieces. So all of them have played together at some point in this camp. All of them kind of played different positions during this camp. So, nothing will be a curveball to those guys up front. They've went from guard to tackle to right guard to tackle. So, those guys have been, battle tested up front. So, really excited about it. And, the running backs in the back have been really, really impressed and cheering those guys along for opening the holes and making that push up front. So I'll coach on that. They've done a great job this camp, and really excited to see them go against somebody else here in the next 9 days. So really excited about that. And before you start your end questions, I got one for Coach. When we get that first win, what's going to be the ultimate cheat celebration post-game meal?
Those balls for me. I'm a ice cream guy. That's my feel good and celebration kind of. I would call it cheat, but I probably eat it too much. But that's my go-to.
We gotta have some food in that thing, man. We can't just have ice cream.
Gotta be ice cream. The food part will come later. I'm so basic. I pretty much eat the same thing all the time. Mine is that ice cream. Making sure I get a little taste of that. That's my feel good. That's my celebration.
You see, Coach, that's a good answer though, because he could just go to the tailgate, Coach Fred. Listen, man, I've heard about Valley tailgate, man. He could just go get fed at the tailgate and then go treat himself to some ice cream.
Or they bring it to me like they do. We got a Cornelius Gaynor that's up here that played at Valley. That was my high school teammate, an alumni here. He come tailgate every game, a home game, and we get that food. Him and my homeboy Rodney, I grew up with him, best friend I grew up with. They go out there and cook and grill and bring that food over. And you talking about finger licking.
Shout out to them, but I know they ain't got no ice cream over there, so.
No, I got to get my own. No, I leave that to my wife. She makes sure the double balls are there.
My last one, Coach. If you could go behind that gray screen where nobody could see your face and they could change your voice, what's the one thing that you probably know way too much about that people be like, what? And when they find out, they'll be like, why would Coach Buckley know anything about that?
Man, probably all the old karate movies.
Queen Latifah in the karate movies, man. You are
Queen Latifah is the person I would meet. That's my person. And the karate movies. I mean, them old ones where you just going, Fred, what are you doing? The crane.
87 people fighting one. I get it.
And whoop all of them. But don't even break a sweat. Still have that on. That's me. I'll be dreaming. Hey, after I go to sleep, I'll be doing this probably in my sleep.
No way too much about it.
Yes.
Over to you, B. Over to you, B.
Oh man, well we got a few more here. The one of these, Coach, it kind of pertains. He just asked you about that first win. You hear all these record predictions come out. We've kind of talked about the preseason hype and just people not expecting much about Valley. And you're trying to change that. For you, looking at this program, though, it's been a long time since this team finished at 500 or above. What is it going to take for this program to hit that level?
It's going to take, obviously, hard work. Everybody used that. But I think the execution part and the poise I think, well, I know when you do the work we've done with the evaluation, and then you get the talent here, and then you get the right coaches. We still don't have all the coaches that when you say top programs have, but we're trending in the right direction. And now the execution and poise, practice. And I think we've done a great job of the preparation, putting ourselves in position to close out the games in the fourth quarter. Are we organized enough? Are we disciplined enough? Are we poised enough? Coaches, players, trainers, everybody within the organization to let us do our job. You don't celebrate. That's like you don't celebrate the Super Bowl before the Super Bowl. You celebrate after. That's the attitude I have. We would enjoy ourselves after the win for 24 hours. We come back, we get to work. And being part of an organization like New England Patriots, where you're just doing your job, and the expectation is for you to go out and perform at your highest level. And if you do that, the result of that is wins. I know Coach Saban used to say the process, and I just that's how it works. We would celebrate after that. We've given ourselves a chance, I think. Now the season just lets us know if that was right or not.
And then coming out of fall camp, was there a player and or a position group that surprised you the most with how much they improved?
Man, I can't say one group. I think everybody improved, what
about the running backs?
The running backs might be at the top of the list if you had to do. But it wasn't because of the coach. No. They're just good players. No, I would say this is, and I alluded to this earlier. When you can count on one hand your good players, your solid players, or possibly all SWAC players, then you might be in trouble. Well, when you start using two hands and three hands, and like, man, I can't really choose. That is a great sign of development that has happened, and now it's up to the coaches to put those guys in the right position so we can all enjoy the fruits of the labor.
And with Coach, I think we said 9 games after today, or 9 days till the first game after today. What does the practice schedule look like now? Because you guys talked about y'all got out healthy with fall camp. Like, what does the schedule look like? How much full pads are we getting? How long are the practices? What does it look like for a Valley player for the next 9 days? It's
game. It's preparation for the game. And so our schedules are, like anybody, you have your first and second down, and you have your red zone days, you have your tough days. And in between that, you have your teaching and understanding days, because you have to do your installs, you have to study your opponent and make sure that you are prepared for what they have to offer. And our first game, we have an opponent, they have a new coordinator that is used to being in the top 20, 25 offensively. And so we're going to have our hands full with that squad over there. But we're going to come. We're going to be ready, and we're going to put our best foot forward and let the chips fall where they may.
And then, Coach, to kind of wrap the show up, and we always talk about, giving you a few. I got 2 questions, one difficult, one not. But we keep hearing DBU. Like I see, it's preseason. People are bored right now, Coach, talking about it. I hear, which college football program is DBU? I always hear LSU. I always hear Alabama, Ohio State. Coach, why does Florida State not get the credit for being DBU in this conversation with the string of defensive backs that you guys had there through the 80s and 90s?
Well, because they're more recently, and the DB coach there at LSU now, Corey Raymond, is one of the top DB coaches in the country, should be a defense coordinator. So I give props where it's due. They've had more recently, but you look at Hall of Fame, I missed Dion by a year, and I played with Leroy Butler. So you got 2 Hall of Famers, and you look at, and then you got a Hall of Famer with numbers, and yours truly. But you look at Corey, look at James, Derwin James, that's probably on that. And you look at well, he gonna kill me. At Pittsburgh,
Jalen Ramsey, right?
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
And so you look at a lot of guys coming through, and I think just with the right situation, they're coming back. You got Jarian Jones, FSU. That's probably one of the best young DBs in the NFL, who I recruited and signed. So I could talk about him a little bit. They went to Florida State. So it's not over, but when you just go down to like everything else, if you truly look at the numbers and you go by production, who's done what, you can see where it's at.
I like it. And then, Coach, I don't, because I know you got to play a lot of these guys in the NFL. Looking back, because I know you're a historian and you coming to the SWAC, you've done a lot of just back, I guess, studying on the SWAC. Give me your top 3 wide receivers that you wish you could go back to Florida State T-Buck and face one-on-one.
Well, I faced the greatest in Jerry Rice. Also, one of the ones should be in that Hall of Fame talk. This is Jackson State, Jimmy Smith. And I want to say, man, Tory. I'm thinking about. I remember his last name.
Torrey Holt?
No, not Terry Holt. Not Torrey Holt. Played with New Orleans.
He did.
Torrey Holt
didn't play.
NC State. He went to NC State.
Yeah, he went to NC State.
Oh man, I cannot think of his name. But those would be my top 3. I wish I could have got with. If I could think of he gonna wear me out if he ever see this.
Someone put in the chat too. Donald Driver from Alcorn was really good when he was.
Yeah, Donald Driver, who they said we look alike. We look at the Packers. I know, but this is what I'm talking about. I think it was teammates and Dolphins. And he gonna kill me. That's why I'm gonna say Donald Driver because I don't want to get wore out by my teammate. Terrence Smalls. That's who. Yeah.
That's my guy. That's Tampa, baby.
Yes. Yeah. Now, where did Terrence Small go? I knew what school?
Alcorn. He went to Alcorn too.
See that?
Alcorn had a run there of not just wide receivers, but they had the run of DBs there for a while back in like the mid '80s. That was just insane because they had the
first rounders.
They had Isaac came out of Alcorn Holt that year.
Yeah, Isaac Holt. Coach Frazier started it.
Yeah, Coach Frazier.
Yeah. Well, you got to go all the way back to Southern had, you got a Hall of Famer, Nears Williams. You got another All-American they had there, Jerry Wilson. That was my teammate with the Dolphins. So it's right, put out some players. And obviously we got Ashley Ambrose, who we meet in his room, who should have jerseys done here too. I'm an Ashley Ambrose fan. Not just what he's done for Valley, but what he did in the pros, and he's one of the nicest people, a person you ever meet.
That T-Buck Jerry, that Coach T-Buck Jerry Rice matchup, Coach, in college prom would have been insane because you remember if you guys remember when Holt and Jerry faced off in what was it, Coach Fred? 84. They had like 65K in the vet for that game.
Yeah. That would have been it. And I always say, and the GOAT would have made his plays, but the almost GOAT would have got his plays too.
That is the perfect way to end the show, guys. Man, we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. We're going to do more of these live shows during the season. Obviously, next week we'll get a little bit more into the Nicholls game as Mississippi Valley State gets ready to head to Thibodaux, and then obviously each week we'll probably do these shows on Monday nights, and we'll talk a little bit about the previous game and go ahead and look ahead to whatever the next game on the schedule is each week. But for my co-host, Coach Leroy Frederick, for the star of the show himself, head coach of Mississippi Valley State, Coach Terrell Buckley. And, of course, shout out to our sponsors over at the V Club. We are out for right now.
With them V